Hello, my name is Al McLeod. I work with Dr. Sylvie Albert, and she's asked me to come and work with her at your upcoming class on Tuesday. And this is an exercise we're going to do at that class. So we record the exercise in advance so you can see what it is. And then, of course, on Tuesday, we'll do the exercise together. So here we go. So the exercise is on mind mapping. So we're going to do a mind map together. And the question is, how might we improve road safety for Manitobans? So one of the insights is that MPI has said in 2020 there were 57,175 vehicles involved in traffic collisions. 112 are involved in fatal collisions, 9,600 are involved in injury collisions, and over 47,000 are involved in property damage only collisions. The most prevalent contributing factors recorded for collisions where people are killed or seriously injured are distracted driving, 49% of people killed and 37% of people seriously injured. So that means of the 49% of the people who were killed, 49% of them were through distracted driving, by the way. And impaired driving, 26% of people killed and 5% of people seriously injured. Speed, 19 and 10. Failed to yield the right of way, 13 and 13. And lost control drive off the road, nearly 12% of people killed and 7% of people injured. So one of the things we're going to use for stimulus for helping you create the ideas that you're going to come up with is this thing called Vision Zero. It's a safe systems approach to road safety that has 4-layer framework. I love frameworks, by the way. So the first layer is safe drivers. Second layer is safe speed. Layer 3 is safe roads, and the final layer is safe vehicles. It's a traffic safety policy developed in Sweden in the late 1990s. It's a strategy to eliminate all traffic fatalities and severe injuries while increasing safe, healthy, equitable mobility for all. So the key here is it's focused on traffic fatalities and severe injuries, of course, the most problematic issues. So one of their principles is that in every situation, a person might fail, be distracted or make a mistake, a bad judgment, but the road system should not fail. So that's very interesting. Even if people might make mistakes, how can we protect ourselves via the road system? Here's a great example. This is of how we can protect ourselves. This is a startup that was based in Manitoba called Microtraffic. It's since been acquired, still a great company. And what it does is it uses computer vision, AI, and you install it at intersections or anywhere you want to actually do road safety plans. And it will monitor for however long you want, and it'll give you prediction of injury crashes with 94% accuracy. And then you can help use that to create a road safety plan that can result in like 80% risk reduction. And compared to the crash-based methods, where you just look at crashes over the last year and then analyze them, it's 36 times faster to do it this way. So just an interesting insight for you. Another insight is that speed kills. So 30 kilometers an hour, if you're hit by a car, you have a 9 in 10 chance of survival. At 70 kilometers an hour, you have a 0 in 10 chance of survival. So that's the speed factor. Speed is very significant. Here's an app I use on my phone for my car. And what it does is it tracks all my driving, every single trip, and it scores me on every single trip and shows me where I used harsh cornering, fast acceleration, or harsh braking. I would like to see it also record things like tailgating or other things like that as well. I think it could record more because it also can tell how far I am from the back of cars. So I think it's not up to its full potential yet. So how could we take these onboard IoT capabilities, the telemetrics that are in cars, and use them to help us either give drivers feedback or even other things that we could do when someone's driving poorly. So this is what a mind map looks like if you haven't seen one before. So mind map starts with a problem state in the middle. How might we make Manitoba road safer for anyone? And then the first thing you do is you start with a bunch of categories. So we've pre-populated the categories for you. So data and AI, safe speed, safe drivers, carrot, stick, alternate transportation, safe vehicles, mirror, and safe roads. And so these are the categories, actually 9 categories that you'll be using to come up with your ideas. But what we'll do is for each team, we'll assign you 2 categories. So if you're this team that has this safe drivers and stick, your job is to take those 2 categories and come up with as many ideas as you can for them. Everybody else will have their 2, and there'll be overlap, of course, because I think we'll have about 8 teams. And so someone could have safe drivers and carrots, and they'll come up with ideas for those. And of course, they'll be coming up with similar ideas to you here, and we get to see those overlaps. This mirror word, by the way, is what's called a lateral thinking word or a random word. It's just thrown in to come up with different ideas. And same as carrot and stick, they're just thrown in because they're give you opportunities for how could you be punitive or supportive of good driving or bad driving and things like that. All right, so that is what a mind map looks like, and you're going to be producing all these ideas for your 2 categories. So you're going to be brainstorming those ideas, and here's some rules of brainstorming for you. You want to defer judgment. So and we're going to ask you to pick a facilitator, a group facilitator, by the way, who help enforce these rules. So you want to defer judgment. So you don't want to say, oh, that's a bad idea when someone says it, because we don't know if it's a bad idea right away. It could be a wild idea, but it could be a good idea, or you could scale it back. So defer judgment, encourage wild ideas, build on the ideas of others. So you can say, oh, that's a great idea. You could also do this. And that's 2 ideas now. You can stay focused on the topic. That's a job of the facilitator. And 1 conversation at a time, same thing. Facilitator, please try to make sure everybody gets a chance to talk. Be visual, which you do because you're going to be using sticky notes to do this, by the way. You're going to put all of your ideas in sticky notes, and you're going to go for quantity. It's an old saying, great saying. If you want to have good ideas, you have to have lots of ideas. So we're going to ask you to come up with as many ideas as you can in your 10 minutes. And by the way, since you have 10 minutes, you're going to have 10 minutes, and you have 2 different categories. We'll talk about that right away. So here's another example of a fully fleshed out mind map that I did on cultivating into entrepreneurship, and just came up with lots of different ideas for these different categories, and then came up with a couple of other ideas based on combining things here. Generally, you're going to need revised HR policies if you want to cultivate entrepreneurship. You need a collaboration app for ideas and the time to work on individual ideas. Those are just some. I would have lots more, but I just wanted to give you a couple ideas. But this is what a more fully fleshed mind map looks like. And that's ours will look like that at the end. So here's the workshop. So how might we improve Manitoba road safety for anyone? So it's going to be a step-by-step process. It's going to be 30 minutes, 3 times 10, 30 minutes, plus share back time. So it could be as much as 50 minutes at the end, or 60 minutes. And so the idea is appoint a group facilitator from your group who will help keep the brainstorming flowing. And you want to do a group mind map for your 2 branches that you've been assigned of the mind map in 10 minutes. So probably, a group facilitator, start with 5 and 5 minutes. If you run out of ideas, move to the next one. And the idea is to come up with many ideas for your 2 branches as you can. And then after that, once you're finished, we'll have 10 minutes, we'll have everybody share back their ideas with the class. Then we're going to ask you to search across the branches to discover ideas and record other new ideas on sticky notes. So make sure you're paying attention when other people are talking, because you're going to want to hear what their ideas are, because you may be able to combine them with your ideas and make better ideas. So you want to do some cross-pollination after this, and you want to try to improve on your ideas, and then we'll do another share back to the entire class. So that is the assignment that you'll be doing on Tuesday. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you very much.